They can hear us now. Totalitarian Tuesday. Mike's muted,
back,
baby.
It's back.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome. Tactical, but hey, fully loaded. Right there. That's what we need. Right there.
You guys, there is some BS going on right now. And I don't know if it's totalitarian or if it's just pure like government fuck up. But our first order of business tonight is this nonsense.
There it is.
See the nonsense?
There it is. That's the nonsense. That's the nonsense.
This.
There
okay.
is the nonsense. State of emergency declared in nearly all 30 counties in New York State.
Isn't there like 50?
52. I believe there's 52 counties in New York State. Nearly 30, it says. Nearly 30 New York State counties.
Now, this state of emergency relates to, of course, Governor Kathy Hochul and...
the migrant crisis.
And what's his face? Eric Adams. Of course, our other,
yeah.
The Supreme Architects. This is what happens when you talk shit and can't back it up.
You become a sanctuary city, right?
You loudly and boldly proclaim it.
Absolutely. Then, everybody's welcome here until all of a sudden people start showing up, Livingston, man. The cows, then everything goes to shit.
Yeah, the cows come home to roost, and it's ridiculous.
Turns out it's awful expensive.
And all of a sudden,
we
can't have these people here. We can't afford these people. We have to
clothe them,
push them away, get them out of here. I don't care where they go, ladies and gentlemen, but anywhere but my neighborhood, am I right? And this is what New York City and Albany politicians are eating right now, is their false promises and virtue signaling has come home to roost.
I guess my question for the chat would be, do you think that New York State is going to put its money where its mouth is and back this up? Do you think they'll back it up? Do you think they will house all of these people, feed all of these people? Do you think that they will do it?
They can't already. They can't already.
Give me a 1 in the chat if you think that they're going to put their money where their mouth is and do it. Give me a 0 in the chat if they're going to back out. They're going to back out, and they're going to start sending buses back down to the border.
They can't do that because then they look like the hypocrites that they already look like, but worse.
Yeah.
Remember the Martha's Vineyard fiasco? Like, what was that, last year? You're like, please come. They're like, you're so welcome here. Oh my goodness. And then when they showed up, they were like,
sorry, you guys got to go. You got to go. You got to go.
Absolutely not in my neighborhood. Okay. No, we have an HOA. Okay. We cannot be doing this. So I don't know. Everybody said 0. What was 0? They don't want
0 was they are not going to back it up. They're going to start sending these folks back down south because honestly, I mean, this is the straw that will break the camel's back. And I really think they're trying to take all of our hope away. And if they can take all of our hope away, financial hope, we'll call it, Livingston, man, financial hope. If they take every last dollar you have and you have no hope of getting out of debt, you have no hope of bettering your life because you're stuck in the debt trap, then they got you right where they want you. They got you right where they want you.
Have they not learned that, the paraphrase is, a man with nothing to lose is
a dangerous individual.
And free.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I've advocated before, and I would say it again, if you're worried about money and your financial livelihood, rack them fucking credit cards up and buy the stuff they cannot repossess, and don't look back. But that's just me.
Hey.
If you think it's going to collapse that bad, then you better do the thing now, folks.
Yep. It's insane, man. And it's like an open door policy almost at the southern border now. Everybody's allowed to cross, and then we detain them here, I guess, and figure out who they are and where they think
they give them
going.
An appearance ticket for lack of a better thing. They give them like, you're going to show back up, right? They're like, oh, see. and they're not. Partly probably because they don't even really understand what just happened. Two, word on the streets across the border is that like the border is open.
That's it.
So while we as Americans decide to grapple with all this legal hoopla on the internet and fight with each other about what's legal and what's not and every other thing, these folks are just like, border's open, bro, we're going, and that's it. They don't care about none of the rest of it.
No. They come. Most come for a better life. Some come for nefarious reasons.
Of course, now we've caught some apparently people on the terror watch list. We've caught Chinese nationals of military age. Now, okay.
Hey.
I'm depending on who you talk to. Mike and I are of military age. I don't know, like so.
Camouflage is amazing.
But whatever that means, like okay, so like the word is out that the border is not exactly secure, to say the least.
No.
And it is being exploited. And what are we even supposed to do about it? Texas, okay, talking to you right now, talking all this shit. Do something then. I can't do it. Yeah, you
Texas
can.
has encouraged.
All y'all got guns.
They have encouraged its citizens to back up law enforcement and border patrol agents in Texas now. That's how real shit is down there. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy what we're coming to. Josh, thank you so much, my brother. Recon kit. Gotta have it.
This is I got
Recon. It's this airsoft gear. It's fantastic.
It's totally fake, guys.
Wish.com, baby. Wish.com. Yeah, I got a radio. Wish.com.
I did indeed wear this boonie hat at work today. This is kind of like my hat. I mow lawns all day and my ears will cook. So the other thing that's happening here is again the wedge.
Oh yeah, it's being driven even further. Absolutely.
Okay, so here's the
absolutely
the paradox, if you will, is that as New Yorkers, right-wing extremist ones though we are, we kind of, you're kind of on principle to agree with what Abbott is doing. They're like, you said you could handle him, so he busts him here. But as a New Yorker, I'm like, damn well we can't handle him. And so here we are stuck behind the front lines.
He's making them eat their words.
Right, and in the process, he's in my wallet. And this is the wedge.
Big time.
Who am I mad at? Am I supposed to be mad at?
Who invited him into your wallet? That's who we need to be angry with. It's people like Andrew Cuomo, people like Bill de Blasio, or if you guys want to know his real name, it's Warren Wilhelm Jr. Yeah. So it's people like them who created this sanctuary.
With Italian voters or something?
This sanctuary kind of talk, I guess you could call it, and drove all these people to these places. And, they were like, we'll get a few people here, a few people there. We'll give them rights to vote, and they will always vote for us. That's their strategy, guys. That's their strategy. Absolutely, hands down.
It's at least, I think it's level, it's probably like, what, 3A?
Plastic.
3A, they call
Plastic.
it? Yeah, 3A plastic, ABS, baby.
They're airsofts.
If, like I got hit with a baseball bat, maybe it would crack and cause even more damage than if I just got hit with the bat.
They're airsoft.
But this is a problem. See, what we're seeing now is, all right, so states are saying, okay, this is not my problem. This is for you. But then there are folks like us and many more like us who are stuck behind enemy lines who have to say, that wasn't for me either. I didn't even do this. But left to take it right up the keister anyway.
Yep.
And with no say in the matter. Because as soon as you say you're racist, extremist, migrophobic, I guess.
Migrophobic. I like that one.
That'll be on the news tomorrow.
That was a good one. Migrophobic.
And so what do you do? And this is another wedge up the ass of America, okay? Because instead of this United States of America, with this divided states of embarrassment, quote Marshall Mathers on that one. But It's true. And it's just become like everybody's at each other's throats. Like this country ought to just split itself in fucking half and get it over with. Because you got 51-49 on every issue.
That's where we're going.
Every single issue, name it, 51-49. Except, is Joe Biden a fucking good president? In which everybody's like, hell no, he ain't a good president. And they're like,
this guy
we're going to choose to ignore that particular statistic.
Yeah. Well, so we did have a question in the chat, Livingston Man. Do you think that they will raise the debt ceiling on
they
the
will.
first? I don't think that I think they are so far apart on the issues at hand that they will not reach an agreement. They are not going to reach an agreement.
Well, I think they will. They do this every time.
Well, they pull it out in the 11th hour. They got it done.
Made a deal, and it's never good.
This thing's gonna take a long time to pass. Nobody's gonna fucking read anything that they put in this shit anyway.
We have to do this, or we don't get paid.
The people who really read this are the people who work behind the scenes. The interns and things like that. They're the ones who actually have to comb through this and read and find out where the money's going, who's getting what, and what checks that these mofos need to write.
Yeah, you think that's done competently and with diligence?
Hell no.
By
Zero oversight.
unpaid or underpaid
Zero
interns?
oversight.
That's who this is left to, you guys. That's the swamp.
Yeah, my mother Spark said last time it was shut down for 2 months, and that was over the holidays, wasn't it? I think that was over the winter time at least.
And you'll notice that every time this happens, they're like, we're gonna have no money, but they get paid. Essentials, like nothing changes except everything that's for us, the people. All of a sudden
goes to shit.
All of a sudden, you can't go visit the Washington Monument. You can't go to the museum. You can't do this. You can't do that. But government is fine.
They still getting paid.
Like
They're still getting paid. The higher ups, they all getting paid.
Oh, there was never in question.
All getting paid.
It was never in question. If it was in question, it would have been passed and done.
It's the lower level people that will get mandated to go to work, and not get paid. They're going to say, your job is essential. You really have to be here or everything crumbles. I tell you what, if you are in a position like that, it is your freaking duty as an American citizen to put your foot down and say, no, if you are not going to pay me, I am not going to work. Period. I don't care if I work for Uncle Scam. I don't care if I work for the state of New York. I don't care who it is. Do not do it. That's how you make shit happen. Secessio plebis. You just pull the fucking plug on your employment to those fools right then and there and walk. Grow a big old set of hairy testicles and fucking do something.
And you got to listen to what he's saying, because especially to the particular crowd that guys like us are speaking to. The joke is, why did we have so much time to protest and riot and every other thing? Oh, because the Trump supporters had to go to work. So what you did there, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, with that attitude, is you went to work instead of exercised your rights, instead of put your foot down, instead of said, hell no, we won't go. But instead you were like, I have to go to work. And now we're shocked, appalled, and angry that the country is the way it was. Well, you had to go to work, didn't you? This
is what happened. We all
so
need
remember
to take
that.
A nice long vacation together, guys. A nice long vacation where we all hang out and let everything crumble.
That's right. The big wigs and the smart people, they know everything better than us, right? So they can do it. Am I right? Why not?
Yeah.
They know so much. They have so much. What do they need us for? They need to be reminded.
That's right. Sway, welcome. Good to see you again, my friend. Thank you so much for stopping by tonight. We're back on our bullshit, Livingston, man.
Hard.
It called for it.
I got
So there's
cut my hair and shave my face for you people.
There's a few things going on that got my antennas up. The sat phones going out to all the senators. They're trying to give them to all senators. Apparently only half of them have taken them.
It's just odd. I mean, I get it. It sounds like something that would be like, okay, that makes sense. But to make a big deal of it, what you have to ask yourself is, why would they make things that are supposed to be secret or, at least not talked about so much? Big headline news. Are we having leaks is there leaks and whistleblowers, or is this
everywhere?
Is it hubris and, smoke and mirrors?
It's ridiculous, Livingston.
Have they had the sat phones the whole time? I find it funny that they didn't have the sat phones the whole time, but they just decided maybe we should tell people before someone finds out. I don't trust these people. I
gotta tell you, they're doing whatever they want.
They kind of lie a lot and say shit that ain't true.
It's almost as if they have legalized propaganda. Look, the camouflage works so good.
It's the God's pattern there. The Lord's own. See, Mike's is real.
Yeah, it works great. Works great. This camouflage.
I didn't camera tricks either. He physically disappeared.
Yeah, sat phones, the survey flights. If you guys have not seen Mil-Spec Ops Monkey, he's been tracking, and he actually had to go to the owner of the spyglass thing that he uses to track all these aircraft with, because he didn't have the memory power to load all of the data that came in when he tried to check out these survey flights. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of them. They have mapped the entire east coast of the United States, all of Minnesota for some reason, a lot of the west coast, all of Florida. It is absolutely crazy the amount of survey flights that are going on right now. And he's somebody who looks at this stuff all the time, and he's a little concerned about it because there is so much of it going on.
Well, I mean, they
crazy. It's crazy.
They do a census every 10 years. I mean, why not, pull out a whole, we're going to, with new technology and new imaging capability, resurvey. I mean, the United States, it doesn't sound like out of the norm for me, especially if you have the capability.
Well, the problem is that we typically do this, but this is typically done in the fall when there's no leaves on the trees.
True.
So it's easier for them to map. This is not the time of year for them to do that.
Well, so what's the even point of doing it if your imagery is going to suck? They have
it's terrain mapping.
Well, not only that, but they have the wherewithal to punch through foliage and stuff. You got to be kidding me. Yeah. I don't know how malignant it is. I mean, there seems to be a frenzy of it happening, but maybe it's
Absolutely.
just to, get her done and to compile the data. I don't know. To me personally, I didn't understand how it was taken to be sinister. I'm like, what? Like, they don't already know what your backyard looks like, you guys. You're always on your damn phone. You're always everywhere. Google Earth, car pulling up out front. They know what stuff looks like, for F's sake.
Absolutely. Big Joe, I am absolutely down to come help tend the apple trees and learn how to prune fruit trees. I would absolutely work for free apples. Absolutely. And Rip Curl says they did legalize propaganda. Look up the Smith-Mund Act. It's done by Obama. That's correct.
Okay, Dick Rhymes says, could be misdirection. And let's go down that hole.
Absolutely.
Real quick. So there's been a long-standing implication, a sort of a theory that people think that they're spraying things in the atmosphere. So
I seen it. You see it. It's there.
Some people think that someone is systematically gridding out and whiting out areas and manipulating the weather and stuff. Is this, in Gick Rhymes' case here, misdirection? Is this? Oh, they're mapping flights. That's what you're seeing.
Yeah.
And as Americans, anyone who ain't American in here, I'm not talking to you, but as Americans, I gotta tell you, you think you know? You don't know. You're not allowed to know.
It's the truth.
The propaganda is so pervasive and deep that you are led to believe exactly what they want you to. That's all. As long as it's not the truth, believe that, yes, by all means.
Yeah, whatever.
This is Project
whatever conspiracy theory
that's right.
you want to believe today, right?
This goes further back than Roswell and Project Blue Book and all this, where they were there was a concerted effort.
The blue beam.
Concerted effort to lie to people and make them believe something wasn't true. This goes all the way back. This is the art of war. Deceive. Art of war, deception is key.
You gotta go.
The truth is dead. We've said this before. We are in a post-truth era. The truth can never be known. Whatever you think #fucking truth is, forget it. You'll never know. And all you'll do is chase a dragon.
One for the Livingston, man. That was a good one, too. The truth is dead, folks. It's absolutely dead. And, people like us are always in search of the truth.
It'll drive you crazy.
Yeah, and we can't allow it. We need to focus on the goal. And in a world full of lies, you just got to put your head down and keep working, especially if you're a truth seeker.
Don't try to understand. Don't, because you can't. You're not allowed to.
Old Mutt, if they stop Social Security and retirement payments, that's when it's time. Because I would stand up for the elderly and the senior citizens.
That's the most dangerous demographic. If you've never met Old Mutt in your life, that's a person whose feet you do not want to step on, whose shit you don't want to fuck with.
That's right.
You go ahead and do that, and now you have just brought that whatever happens upon yourself. It was your fault.
It's true.
They're going to test it. Ladies and gentlemen, they're going to try it. It's coming. Okay, this is Totalitarian Tuesday, but what that automatically leads into is we all going to die Wednesday. And whatever current agenda, is going on here, it is not for the common good. There is no common good here.
It's definitely not for the people. It is definitely not by the people.
Awesome. Okay, this is the common good. No. The elite good.
Absolutely, Livingston, man. Absolutely. They will continue to stuff their pockets. You guys see us here all the time, putting in the work, making the videos, pumping out the content. If you guys didn't see my community post earlier about YouTube and their bullshit, I don't even want to get started because I'll go off on a YouTube smashing tangent here for the next 45 minutes, and I'm just not going to do it.
Is YouTube more of a free society than America itself? You can shit on YouTube. On YouTube, they probably won't do none.
It's true.
Shit on America in public, and all of a sudden you're an insurrectionist and dangerous.
No, if you support America in public, you are an insurrectionist and what they deem a militant, violent extremist.
Now, the other day we were having a conversation about how the unification that happened after 9/11.
Correct.
And how, like, the new thing was to not allow that to happen. Like, that actually went wrong.
Yes.
They didn't expect us to come together as Americans and not care.
That's true. That's very true.
Who or what anybody was. We were Americans.
Yeah, that was a good conversation we had the other day.
And I think that what the next event, the hashtag thing is going to be, is an event that will not allow Americans as a whole to unite as one.
Well, it seems that every event since 9/11 has been a division event. Split them this way, split them that way, split them forward, split them back, split them in every direction, as long as it's not together. And we, the people, need to find that common ground. We need that thing that united us. And it was, unfortunately, hatred for whoever did what they did. That's the thing, man. We
got our quick 5 minutes hate out of the deal. Yeah. And you saw, and all of a sudden, folks had to, identify themselves. Remember, there was a local convenience store where the fellow was a Sikh.
Yep.
And, people kept throwing hate, and, he literally had to put a sign on his door that, I am not who you think I am. I am not the one that did this. But then, once everything was understood, at first there was just straight up anger, stages of grief. Yep. But then we all came together, Ken B. You couldn't buy an American flag. And if you did find one, that person wouldn't sell it to you. They would give it to you.
That's right.
Just to make sure that it was flying. There was nothing but American flags everywhere. We were Americans. Somebody kicked us right square in the balls. We were mad. And when we find out who did this, they will pay. Now, 22 years later,
it's not looking good. It's not looking good.
This is how they sell the thing, the hashtag thing. Yeah. This Ukraine thing, this is just that again.
It's the thing. It's the
hashtag thing that's meant to divide everyone, make people draw lines, make people stand behind something, plant a flag, die on a hill.
If people knew the entirety of the story,
it'd be boring and they wouldn't read it.
You probably wouldn't buy any of that shit that they sell you on the news. I got to be honest with you. And if you're going to research it at this point, if you didn't do it already, if you didn't do the research already, it's buried. It's buried in the deepest, darkest depths of the internet. You have to start searching years. I can tell you to start in 2014. Start in 2014 and then work your way to the present. Terry Johnson, welcome.
It's so long ago, you guys. 2014. That's a
2014.
9 years ago, when some of us are like, if you think off the top of your head, you can't remember what happened 9 days ago. Right. Yeah. What did I do 9 days ago? I mean, maybe you're one of these elite people, but I sure as hell can't do that 9 days ago. First thing I do math.
Too busy to think about.
9 days ago. What was in the news 9 days ago? What, nothing. You don't remember that. The information is punched into your face so fast. You're not supposed to be able to comprehend it, to absorb it.
It's meant to confuse and disorient
just keep you constantly off guard. Imagine you're a martial artist and you just keep getting hit.
Northern Prepper 1, welcome.
The news cycle, the propaganda cycle, I'm going to call it, is meant to continuously and perpetually keep you punched off guard. You can never catch your balance and make sense of what's happening.
Ooh, Stray Kitten says the Wayback Machine. That is a fantastic tool to dig things up on the internet. You can go back to the Wayback Machine and search whatever year for... You can go back on MySpace on the Wayback Machine. It's incredible.
Google itself has the archive thing. I mean, Google has archived the entire internet. It's there. When they say you never really deleted anything, they mean that.
Yeah.
Whatever it was you thought you deleted, I can find it.
Yep, it's there. It's there. It exists. It exists in the Wayback Machine.
So, I mean, this is where I warn you about your 20-year-old tweets, you guys. They tend to get people in trouble.
Wolfang, you are absolutely correct. It is definitely a mind fuck for some. Do the research, guys. I encourage you to go and look this stuff up for yourself. If we talk about it here, you want to talk about get a channel shit canned, that's something that will do it. I had a good conversation with Love and Life at the last Bug Out Bag weekend, and we discussed the those keywords that people are so afraid to say on YouTube.
You might be surprised what they are anymore.
It's interesting because Livingston, man, we say what we want. We say what we want. We don't allow, and maybe it's because the channel's small that we're not attracting enough attention that they don't want to snuff the fire out. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna say what I want. But I think if we start going into the history of that would probably get us nuked.
I like to think that the moderators sit and watch and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna let that go by. He wasn't wrong with that.
So, yeah, but I mean, even if you're pumping out facts, they will find a way to twist it into something that it's not. Doesn't matter. We will all be painted to look like the bad guy at some point.
I'm trying to do that my whole life anyway. I'm sorry, you saw me a different way. You know what it is? I hope I can circle back to it. I had it right here and I can't. So go ahead, keep going. No, I remember it now. It was, ladies and gentlemen, it is that you are not alone. I have met a good many of the folks that are in this chat, in person, and I have not met another good many of them, but I have seen, their alleged personas and their opinions and whatnot, and you are not alone. You would be perhaps shocked to see the different walks of life that all of us who are here right now come from.
Absolutely.
We are not some fringe group. We are not a thing that you can put in a box and call something. We are everyone.
Absolutely.
And the movement keeps getting bigger.
Yeah.
Because people are opening their eyes and realizing that I'm starting to think the mainstream media hasn't been entirely truthful with us.
Yeah.
And it's
they're going to their conspiracy theorist friend's house. They're knocking on the door and they're saying, "Bro, I'm sorry. You were right. Can you help me? Can you show me the way?" Listen, I was in Just Josh's live last night for a little bit before I passed out, and he was discussing some things, and we were actually text messaging before that, and I told him that he had put the glasses on, and the curse of it is that you can't take them off, and you can't force anybody else to wear them.
That's it. Once you see it, you can't. unsee it.
Yeah,
but
true.
it's as if you have to force others to look at it.
They won't. They have to put them on themselves. And once you put the glasses on, you're in a whole different world. You see things for what they are, not as they're perceived.
Yeah, okay, you know what? Everybody in here, I am Negan. No, you're fucking Glenn, bro. Okay?
No, Outlaw is definitely Negan. Outlaw is definitely Negan.
Okay. I thought I've met like everybody's Negan. Everybody was Negan.
Yeah.
Too many Negans. I think we need a Negan fight. Let's find out who really is Negan.
That's right.
Tired of this Negan shit.
I think they did. They settled that. I think he's like the only one left from that group now.
The whole like Punisher, the Joker, that dude from Taxi Driver, the Deer Hunter, Patrick Bateman. Like you missed
the Deer Hunter, bro. I haven't watched that movie in so long. That is such an awesome movie.
You missed the point by idolizing him, bro.
That's it. Outlaw's down for the Negan fight.
I'm willing to promote that. All right, I'm gonna set it up. All right, let's get everybody who thinks they're fucking Negan.
Hey,
One in the chat. You're fucking Negan. You the badass. Let's go.
I am still waiting for Angry Prepper versus Canadian Prepper in a charity boxing match. Yep. I do believe Bear Independent put some big money on Angry Prepper, so I'm still waiting to see that.
I'm not even gonna bet on that. That's not even a fair fight.
Bear Independent put some big bucks on Angry Prepper, hands down. Hands down.
Listen.
I mean, you know, if you're about helping the community and people, like Angry is, I know he is, and I know Canadian Prepper's just in it for a buck. He certainly ain't gonna want to take some real blows from Angry.
All my Negans. One in the chat. Start.
Line up the Negans.
Come on, tough guys. Let's do this. You each get what he had, a baseball bat or a billy club or something?
Oh no, yeah, it was the barbed wire wrap.
So you each get one, and we'll just stand back and watch and bet on who wins. Everybody's so fucking tough.
Yeah, Jay Creature. It was so. I think the show was absolutely awesome when it first started. The Walking Dead. It was great when it first started, and then the storyline, you could tell the writers changed, and it
smoldered out.
They were stretching for storylines, man.
And the way they wouldn't kill fucking Crossbow Boy was like pissing me off. Like, oh, ladies love my Daryl Dixon. They're like, can't kill him. You killed every fucking body. Yeah. Not this cutie pie. I hate that shit.
And then they take the lead character and they just make him fucking disappear.
I was feeling like Shane, like back in season 1 and 2. Like, I was like, yo, Shane is right, though. He tried to do the right thing, and then he got zombied and, like, got wrecked. And, fucking Walking Dead. That was like 20 years ago.
The spin-off.
I still don't see no ones in the chat. Ain't nobody Negan. I knew it.
The spin-off actually turned out to be pretty freaking entertaining. I really liked Fear the Walking Dead. I thought it was great. The storyline in the beginning. And, again, they ran that thing into the ground, too. They literally had to take people from The Walking Dead to keep Fear the Walking Dead going.
I never feared The Walking Dead because they did this Key and Peele episode where they, like, ragged on The Walking Dead. We're like, oh, you gotta be, when you're an extra, you gotta be extra. And then they'll put you in a new episode.
That's
like,
right.
So everybody's trying to be extra. Like, and these nasty motherfuckers, bro. I seen them in the one episode. They out at the fucking fence. They like homing down zombies with the shotguns. Blah, they got like gore and guts on the face. And then he said, well, he was like, and started like kissing. I'm like, how do you not get the zombie virus from that? This is bullshit.
This is post-apocalyptic world. These fools are way too clean.
If it bites you, you're done. But like, if you just spray yourself with zombie guts all day and then have sex with a woman, nothing happens. I hate this show. This is bullshit.
Marco says Team Carol. Yeah.
Carol Baskin?
No. Carol from The Walking Dead.
Feed that motherfucker to the tiger. Sorry about the language, better not bring your kids. It's a Tuesday.
Mossy Horn Hunter, welcome to Totalitarian Tuesday. Did I disappear while I was saying
Back
that?
with a vengeance.
If I just turn a little bit, I kind of
back with an attitude. Mike showed up at the house all pissed off.
Oh, yeah. Yep, angry.
The glorious insurance company. Apparently, the insurance system is not what you think. Come to find out,
you're being lied to.
It's for profit.
You're being lied to.
It's for profit. It's not there to help you. Mm-mm. It's there to help them.
It's there to make money.
They're like, give us
your money.
Give us all this money. And
thousands, in some case tens of thousands, in some case hundreds of thousands of dollars.
If something happens, bro, I got you. Then something happens and I'm like,
nah, sorry, bro.
I don't even know you.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
Necrophilia, that's what I'm talking about. Let's do this.
It's a whole new meaning to crack open a cold one. Huh?
Fucking the dead. Fucking the dead.
Oh, good Lord.
I almost said something that would have got us banned.
Mossy Horn Hunter, I'm feeling like it tonight. I keep disappearing into his camouflage is superb.
I never heard about no triple vax can't get life insurance because I didn't even get single vaxxed. I just like coughed the shit up until I was better. And I'm sorry that didn't work for other people. I'm not saying I'm the standard. I'm just saying I survived the shit. God bless everybody who didn't. I was laying folks down. But I wasn't about to stand in line and get some weird ass, experimental, untested, unproven thing that nobody knew anything about. They're like, you got to do it, bro. You gotta pass it to see what's in it, bro. I was like, I ain't doing that. And I won't do that.
Yeah.
And now they've basically at this point let that go. I feel like I can say that right now, and we ain't been banned yet.
Maybe today's the day.
Dude, let's let it go till tomorrow.
That's right. I know.
Cut living.
Well, they probably won't ban us until after midnight, so they'll kill us on a Wednesday.
Admit it, you like it better when you can hear us.
Love and life. Livingston Man blessed me with one of the jars of Vegemite.
Tell him.
So I take the Vegemite home and I got it sitting on the counter, and I was talking with my wife about the Vegemite. And
I'm so proud.
my son decides that he's like, you got Vegemite? Whoa! And he's talking to his buddies on the Xbox through the headset. And he's like, yeah, my dad's got Vegemite, guys. You want a live reaction? Just, Snapchat me now. And everybody's getting on with him live on Snapchat. And he comes out with his spoon. He's like, check it out, fellas. We'll get the Vegemite. And big spoonful of Vegemite. And he disappears into his bedroom. And you hear him going, It was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. But he did it, big spoonful of Vegemite, so he's Vegemite strong today. Yeah.
Same dude said he was at the one camp out you had there. Not the last one, but the one before.
Yep.
Like summertime, I think it was.
Yeah.
Mrs. Livingston, can I have a can of Spam? Well, yeah, sure. Can I have a spoon? Hudson Jr. ate a can of Spam with a plastic spoon out of the can.
Yeah. Well, Spam is cooked, so he just went to town on it, man. Popped the top and just went. Bork says never eat it straight, only on toast. Yeah, he choked it down. He He didn't spit it out. He didn't,
I couldn't tell you how to make Vegemite. That's an Australian thing. They got the lock on that patent.
Yeah. You might be able to find it on Amazon, but it's probably some bootleg veg. Man, this camouflage, bro. Look at that. You just turn it aside. It's curl up in a ball.
It's just not happening to me. Okay.
Just disappear.
My sleeve works.
It's awesome. Camouflage is fantastic. My Mother Spark, thank you for the reminder. Guys, if you're having a good time on this Tuesday night, do me a favor and smash that like button. The algorithmic overlords absolutely freaking despise this channel, and they are doing their best to make sure that we don't want to put out content, but it's you guys that we do this for.
They're plateauing us right now, and what I guess.
Well, for the last like 9 months, we've been at 6,000 subscribers.
What I would humbly ask of y'all is perhaps hit the share button.
Yeah.
To your other social medias. I mean, maybe like you got some friends on the list of whatever that website is that maybe don't know about us or whatever.
That's right.
But right. Help us out. Like, I love y'all, but I want to see more of y'all. Okay, it's not that I'm tired of y'all. I just want to see some new faces in here. Somebody new I can fuck with. Like who? Who we got here?
Miss T says, "Is there a material that makes you disappear?"
Cry multicam.
Yeah. Good Basically, stuff. This is about as close as you're gonna get to disappearing in the woods. The trick to disappearing anywhere is stay still. Don't move. Your camouflage works a lot better when you're sitting still.
Canned spam comes with compression socks. Is there a different? I'm actually intrigued. Is there non-canned spam? Like they got it in a. I've seen it in the pouch. But
the singles, right?
No, listen. You're getting ripped off with that. You're paying more for less. You're paying $2.59 for 2 ounces, or you could pay $3.89 for 12.
The Watchman. I'm still waiting for content, my dude. Yet here he is, my Watchman.
Patience.
Right.
Patience.
You know what? Matter of fact, Livingston, man. Let me see. Let me see this. Let me see.
Pin the message.
There we go. There we go. Boom. Boom.
There you go.
Boom. The Watchman. That was you earned it, my friend. You earned it. That my dude. Love it. Love it. Tube span might be kind of sketchy. Sway. That's.
Oh my God! Imagine like spam hot dogs. Why did they think of this? What? You ever seen hot dogs? Yeah. You made it spam.
I don't like hot dogs either, so it's not like I'm dissing
hot dogs,
myself.
Just tiny bologna.
I'm not a mystery meat kind of guy.
There's two kinds of people. Okay, there's either hot dogs or tiny bolognas, or bolognas or giant hot dogs. Prove me wrong in the chat. 1, if hot dogs are tiny bolognas. 2, if bolognas are giant hot dogs.
Yeah, but I would say I'm going to go, let's see. I'm going to say, there.
So like you think they put a hot dog in the microwave and it just got mad big and they're like, yo, slice it, bro. All y'all bologna people thinking about shit different right now. I know. Let me get my bologna sandwich. That's a hot dog sandwich, homie. You eating a cold hot dog sandwich. Now
Basically.
You learn something every day.
That's right, the Watchman. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Hey, spam is scrap off the floor, says Wolfang.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, man. Hilarious.
It's an unpopular trim of pork that people didn't want to eat, so they blended. They put it in the Ninja 5000. They're like,
and they just add fat and salt.
Well, you know what they
push
do?
It together.
Yo, like they press it into the can and then they cook it in the can.
Ken B says, "What is potted meat? Potted meat is similar to spam, but it's shredded like a paste almost.
Yeah,
so like tuna fish almost in a can.
Okay, so put
XNYC. Welcome.
Yeah. Put spam in the blender and you got potted meat now. With added fat. Now you're pushing corned beef territory. It's terrible. Don't fuck with the potted meat.
Prepping by Faith. Good to see you, sister. Thank you so much for stopping by tonight.
I'm a canned meat specialist, and I know what I'm talking about. And like potted meat, get canned corned beef before you get potted meat. Nobody wants that. Like they're like, oh, they show you the picture and they're like spreading it on Ritz crackers. Like what
That's
the
all it's good
fuck?
For. Janie K, welcome to Totalitarian Tuesday. Livingston, man, could you check for the other articles that we were going to discuss this evening? I don't even. There should be a few.
There's a volcano.
A few more. Yeah, there's a couple of volcanoes actually going off right about now.
Big Mount Etna in Italy.
Mount Etna in Italy and Poco se Capitelli. I think that's how you say it. The big one down in Mexico, that sucker's decided to go off again. Those are 2 active volcanoes, they call those. They're always going off all the time. So, but when they have like a larger eruption and they're kind of simultaneously, it makes the money hairs in the back of my neck go woo woo, and then I go to Suspicious Observer's channel to see what the fuck is going on, because there is a sunspot that is like I don't know, 160 times the size of Earth facing us right now. So let's fingers crossed that it doesn't hit us with one of those, what did you call it? The gamma ray burst.
Few and far between. That's taking a long shot with a rifle. Okay, so a CME.
That's more likely.
A coronal mass injection.
Ejection.
Sorry. What did I call it?
Injection.
Same thing.
Yeah.
One in, out, whatever. So imagine, let's call it the CME because of its proximity to the Earth.
Okay.
Only 93 million miles away.
That's all.
Let's call it a shotgun. Yeah, you kind of can't miss.
Yeah, big blast. Big.
Take that.
See, you got him. Got him.
Big blast.
Big blast.
Now, a gamma ray burst is a sniper rifle shot from miles and miles.
Okay. Okay.
You got to be very, or it's either going to hit direct or it's going to miss wildly.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. The Watchman. Yes, we have discussed the satellite phones, and I think it's interesting that they called it an emergency. An emergency.
Then you had texted me. You were like, "Why is state troopers like blocking off like power line entrances?"
Yeah, that's it. I also saw that they have been positioning law enforcement at high tension wire entrances. I don't know now. I don't know if it's just some kids on quads up there tearing shit up, but they've been seen in multiple places doing the exact same thing, just kind of hanging out and sitting at the access road to the high tension wires.
It seems like an awful like big response to just because some kids on quads.
Well, they got a lot of infrastructure up there, and
it's true. They got a lot of. They can't always be just telling everybody like their methods and their what they're training for, because you'll get the copycat effect. Like you can't just come out and publicize what you're training for or against, because then the general public
the cat's out of the bag. Right.
In today's society, it is more and more difficult to be that secretive. There's always just like, somebody with a fucking camera.
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone's going to say
They're always watching, guys. Always watching.
So it forces government and law enforcement and every other arm of that to be more secretive.
Absolutely.
Because their methods sort of rely on it. But as Americans, we're like, I don't like that. I want to know what you're doing. But in some cases, like you kind of like you're not allowed to know the truth.
Yeah, they keep a lot of things with a lid on them.
And again,
it brings me to like the Men in Black movies where they just they're going to tell you a bunch of bullshit to wipe your brain.
What you saw was this. Okay, now picture the evening news. That's what that is. What you saw was swamp gas reflecting off of Venus, and we will send dudes to your house if you say otherwise.
That's right.
90% of people will be like, I will not say otherwise then.
Watchman says Guam is in the direct bullseye of a typhoon. Well, you bet your sweet bippy that they're probably sending all of the expensive aircraft the fuck out of there right now. And if they're not, well, that's a Bo Jiden move right there, I tell you what.
It bothers me really because I was like going that way home. And I was like, damn, now I can't even go to Guam on my way home because there's a typhoon coming. Another thing people do is to get worked up about things that don't exactly matter. I mean, in the grand scheme, of course, it all matters, right? But people be walking around pissed off because like they've seen a video on YouTube or on the thing on Facebook like made them mad.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that influences their day, and then they go and do
big
something.
Mad.
Trickle down effect, I call
Big
it.
mad. So I did see a comment about the missing ammonium nitrate. Now it was 30 tons of it, so 60,000 pounds of ammonium nitrate disappeared from a couple of train cars. And when I was speaking about it earlier on the Roaming Preppers Live, he had said that the case was that the hatch on top that they're supposed to bolt closed before the train takes off, they like filled it and never put the hatch on it. So as the train is going down the tracks, the wind is pulling the shit out and dumping it on the sides of the railway. I don't know if that's the real story, but I've heard that. So let's keep our fingers crossed that it blew out and there's not a nefarious actor with 60,000 pounds of ammonium nitrate right now, because I don't know if the train didn't stop or what the gig was, but it was from like Wyoming to California.
So
and
about
yeah,
30
it all,
pounds here.
uh,
Excuse me, 30 tons.
30 tons, 60,000 pounds. I don't know how many cars that was. Outlaw says yes, it all blew away. So thank God that it's not in the hands of a nefarious actor. That's the good news, guys.
Now,
And the Watchman says the U-Haul is the top story. Anybody buying that? Anybody buying that? I haven't even discussed it, but I'm sure most folks here, everybody here is, I would consider a prepared or plugged in individual.
wait, is this the thing crashed into the front of the White House? Right?
Yeah.
It didn't even do anything.
No, it
These
was
people are so fucking, they're such crybabies. Oh my God. Our state-of-the-art defenses stopped the U-Haul truck 10 miles away. We were in such danger. We were all going to die.
Okay,
Stop
Paul,
your
welcome,
goddamn
welcome.
crying. Listen, this is the type of shit. This is the type of shit that
There was
makes people
no
think.
explosives, no guns.
Guy couldn't stop, like, didn't.
The guy
driving
was
like an
the
asshole
guy
or
was
something.
definitely not Caucasian. Okay, he was not even the least bit.
I'm talking
white.
on my ass because I don't even know.
He was
about
not even
this
the
story.
least bit white. And they're saying that he was a white supremacist, that they found a Nazi flag inside of the U-Haul. They displayed the flag in the road, says Greenleaf. Yeah, the guy's name was
Look
like
what we found.
Sai something, Middle Eastern Indian, maybe, but definitely not white. Definitely not white.
But
Mad Chad, welcome, my friend.
we're gonna get the channel banned right about now. Make a not a generalization, but I'm gonna make a point.
Let her rip, Tater Chip.
Well, because that symbol you talked about on that flag that they supposedly found, to some people who are enemies of the state of Israel, that symbol means something to them. You don't necessarily have to be a white supremacist. Everybody thinks Nazis are exclusively white, Aryan, blonde-haired, blue-eyed people.
Well, traditionally.
Or at least the people who think they are.
Traditionally.
But you would be surprised that the traditional enemies of the state of Israel would, of course, find...
They would embrace that.
And,
sure.
And sense being made in that ideology.
Okay.
So...
All right. I'll buy that, Livingston, man.
All right, now, if this person was of Middle Eastern descent, is of course a terrorist.
Well...
If their intent was to cause, damage, death, and destruction for a political means, then this person was a terrorist.
Absolutely.
But,
fits the definition.
Labeling every single person who opposes America in general as a white extremist, white supremacist extreme, whatever that fucking stupid acronym they came up with.
MVE.
Thank you.
MVE.
Is not only racist and stereotypical, but not realistic. There are many different reasons, none of them legitimate, that people would attempt to do things like this. And by, again, chipping away...
Yeah, man.
And putting the person in a box and saying this.
Constant erosion of society. It's insane, man. It really is. The quickening is upon us.
They're tired of waiting.
Without a doubt. The quickening is upon us, and it's only going to get worse faster. The incidents and the unprecedented events, Livingston.
The unprecedented events will continue until morale improves.
the first time in history, we're gonna see a lot of that coming up here real soon as we get closer and closer to 2024.
And do you know why? Every time, I can't see you, show yourself. Every single time Americans are confronted with existential adversity, we do this pesky thing where we band together and unite. They are tired of us doing that. Right. They have been trying to erode and destroy our way of life, erase our way of life, replace our way of life. Not me, not him, all of us.
Yep.
Our way of life. They have been trying to remove it. And every single time, like the pesky Americans we are, we unite with each other. We hug in the streets and say, we are Americans. We will not back down. And that is exactly what they cannot fucking stand about our attitude. And I suggest that you keep it up.
Absolutely.
Because it pisses them off and makes their plans not work.
Keep fighting the fight, guys. Keep fighting the fight. We can't give up. We can't.
We won't.
We can't.
We don't do that.
You know, the title of tonight's live stream, I believe is real. I believe is real. I do believe that the people are fed up. And I'm not talking about the extreme left or the extreme right. I'm talking about the people in the middle. They're being squeezed so much and so hard financially right now that they're going to come to a breaking point. They are trying to bring everybody down to the poverty level, increase the interest rates, make your money worth less, take more away from everybody. And I know you guys are feeling the pinch too, man. The paycheck doesn't do what it used to. And I know
at best
I know I haven't gotten any raises. Ain't nobody come and offered me more money.
Listen, price of everything going up except your labor. Deal with it.
Here we are, guys. Here we are.
That's sounding less and less like communism and more like common sense, if you ask me. I'm sorry. But we are the ones who make it work.
There is a part of this system that is going to snap. And when it snaps, the results will be violent and possibly violence. Prepare for it, guys. Prepare for it. I can't stress this enough. You need to have food in your house. You need to have access to clean potable water without electricity. You need to have access to communications outside of your freaking cell phone and internet. You have to know how to use this stuff. It doesn't come naturally. It's not fucking easy. Plan with your friends, plan with your family, plan with your locals. Have a meeting place pre-set up. We're going to go meet at the playground the 24 hours after the event happens, okay? Whatever the event you guys deem it be. I say you make 3 things that would be trigger events that would cause you to go and meet up 24 hours after the event. If communications go down 24 hours after that, we're meeting at the playground to discuss what's going on, what we've heard, what we know, because then that's your new text message. You have got to plan ahead of time, guys. How do you trust them on those devices? Miss T, in all honesty, no communications are secure communications. Especially not in today's society. Everything is compromised.
Smoke signals and whatnot.
Everybody is listening. There are no secure communications anymore. So you speak in code. You speak in a language that only the recipient would understand. Otherwise, it would just sound like gibberish to anyone else. And you have to create that code with your friends and family ahead of time.
And that comes from knowing people, spending time with them, where you know what they mean even
without them saying
it.
That's right. That's right. Wolfang says a keyword. Yes.
That takes time. That takes trust, and it takes
perceptive strategics. Meshtastic is secure. Now, I believe that, and I actually reached out to some of the folks who are creating Meshtastic networks, and I was looking to get in on it, and they are just so busy that they have not gotten back to me in quite some time.
If I was like a startup and they were like, what's your main selling point? I'd be like, yo, we're secure. Whether I was or not.
Yep.
Easy enough to be duped by big tech too. Look at that Theranos thing. Really, that chick was running like 1-minute blood tests, but come to find out, there was never one single 1-minute blood test, and she took mad people's money and lied to everybody. So go ahead, Meshtastic. We'll see what you got.
Ken B says even the clicker was communications on D-Day. That's right. That's right. Just a little like Pig Latin, Outlaw. No.
You'd be surprised.
No.
I guarantee that the younger generation could not understand Pig Latin. They
A
wouldn't know
lot
what
of
you were
people,
doing.
a lot of people wouldn't, but there are a few people who might. That's why you speak in code. You just say blue hippopotamus, blue hippopotamus. Nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about except the person who knows that blue hippopotamus means meet at location 4 at a different time.
We just went into some like 50 Shades of Grey code word safe
Yeah,
word shit.
yeah, yeah. Blue hippopotamus is my safe word.
Ladies and gentlemen, on that note,
My man Marco says, speak Ocean's 11. Yeah, yeah.
or just speak completely. Like what I do is just complete 100% sarcasm. Whatever I said, I actually meant the opposite.
Yeah.
Whatever way you need to put your message across to your people, like work it out now.
That's it, man. Hope is
everything-
not a plan, guys. Hope is not a plan.
If you're here and watching, I appreciate you. And what you need to know is that everything that we have talked about and everything that's going to be perhaps, itching at the back of your mind, do it now.
That's it.
You're right.
Don't delay.
You are
don't
right.
delay.
You are right to feel scared, paranoid, uneasy, because that is completely a realistic emotion and reaction to the world around us all right now. You are right. Start prepping. You are going to need it.
That's right. That's right. Keep going, guys. Keep grinding. Stack it to the rafters. If you guys are looking for news and you don't have a lot of time in your day, but you want to know what's going on, I highly suggest you guys check out Mr. Prepper Now. Fantastic channel. I'm a moderator of his. The man is a teacher. He's an educator. He's sharp as a tack, and he will ramble the entirety of global news off to you as fast as humanly possible. And there's nothing to watch. You can just put your earbuds in and listen along. The chat is lit over on Prepper Now. Check out my good buddy Prepper Now. Fantastic channel. And if you need news and you don't want to wait for everybody to put out their video about one or two topics, hit Prepper Now, man. Hit Prepper Now.
So many good, I always say, everybody, if you want to just go ahead and subscribe to everybody else.
That's right. That's right. Wolf Fang's got a great channel. My Mother's Spark. Just go down the list, man. Jay Creature, all fantastic channels here. Mad Shad, everybody here. Just fantastic content creators. Subscribe. That's how we beat back these algorithms. Maybe not all of our content is for you. Maybe you only like some of our content. Maybe you only like our review videos and you hate our live streams. Maybe you like our live streams and you hate our review videos. Whatever the case may be, everybody has something to offer, and I guarantee you will learn something from any one of these people.
You can teach somebody anything. You can
Absolutely.
learn anything from somebody.
Ain't that the
All
truth,
right.
Livingston, man?
This is what we call community. This is the thing we are trying to build. And God willing,
Amen.
one day we'll all meet up
Absolutely.
and be one with each other. But that being said, I wish that, again, I'm going to ask is that perhaps you guys can not only like and subscribe, I think that most of you already have.
Yeah.
Can we get shares? Can we get some shares?
That's
Just
right.
throw us out there.
Share out the content. Send it to somebody that you know and care about, whose eyes maybe aren't open to everything that's going on, and see if we can't get them to put the glasses on and see things for the way they really are. Maybe you can't reach them. Maybe the Livingston man can. Maybe I can.
No, I can't.
Hey,
I got long ass arms.
maybe they're unreachable. Pinball Preparedness, another great channel. And obviously, the Titans, Angry Prepper. All the big guys, the great channels. Let's see, Magic Prepper, Angry Prepper. I mean, there's so many guys, and the community is even bigger than these guys. You get into some of the corners of it, and there's a lot of people that I didn't even know about who have substantial preparedness channels. I mean, they're in the 40, 50, 60,000 subscriber category, and I'm like, I didn't even know these guys. The Prepared Airman is one that I recently came across. Fantastic channel.
My good buddy Big Joe Kasulis was higher up in the chat.
Big Joe, fantastic channel.
It's farm life, you know, like
Yeah.
you want to just like you go out with him all day and just do what he does. Like everybody's channel, everybody's personality.
Yep,
is
Tony,
so awesome.
NY Prepper, and Love and Life. Love and Life has a fantastic channel. My good buddy, NY Prepper. I can't forget about him.
Everybody,
Big Greg.
subscribe to everybody.
Yeah, folks, it's Totalitarian Tuesday. We have been behind enemy lines forever, but we got to move locations before they get a good ping on us. So, Hudson Valley Prepping Survival, we out of here.